now about you personally. So what was your very personal reason, or the reasons besides you want to grow a champion, to take on outside capital, and maybe also like take a little bit off the table that you had in the company?
And you said these two things for sure played a role, but the key thing is really to grow further. And I did set myself into the shoes of others, and I had quite a lot of discussions with our partners who didn't have equity at the time. And one of them said, it's for him, it feels like Glasdecke, we say in Germany, so he cannot reach further, the glass ceiling exactly. And I know if we're not going to do things there, we're going to stop. And I think consulting in that area, I'm not saying that you're obliged to grow, but if you don't grow, it always feels that you fall back. And, even if I'm still eager to continue for quite a while, I know that I'm not going to do that for the next 10 to 15 years. So there needs to be somebody taking over and leading the business going forward. And then you need to bring the structures. And again, as I said, I'm a European. As I said, we didn't fall the trap to open an office in Shanghai or New York, but we are in discussions with our clients saying, okay, do you have a client who is based in the Nordics? Having a subsidiary there would definitely help. And I know that as we did in the beginning, you can't do that on your own. If you think you keep it all for yourself, and it's not going to work. I always thought it's better to have a small piece of a larger cake than have the small cake on your own.
Yeah, absolutely. And what you're saying reminds me of a book I read about Brazilian, the most I forgot the name, to be honest, the three guys in Brazil that are super successful investment bankers and entrepreneurs who bought Coca-Cola, for example, or a big stake in Coca-Cola, and or was it the brewery, the European brewery, Anheuser-Busch.
Busch, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what they bought. And one of the reasons, one of the guys said, is basically, where we have talent, if we don't grow and don't offer options, they're going to leave, and then we all going to stall. So it's not you have to grow for the sake of growing. You have to grow to keep the right people in the company, so that you're able to have what you have right now.
Exactly. Keep people options for grow and individual careers and expand themselves. And as I said, if you don't give them something, they will find better places.
Yeah. So that even made it into the pillars of our culture in my company, and it helps people who are non-entrepreneurs understand why we have growth goals. So it's not for the sake of making the entrepreneur more money and get those people be more even more rich than you are already if you're rich, but it's about offering opportunities. And if you don't offer these opportunities, well, there's this glass ceiling and people will leave if they're good ones.